Hi, y'all. It's me. I'm here for an update. Sorry it's been a while, I know. Just because it's been crazy and I really haven't had anything sturdiness to tell you guys. So, I do now. I don't have leukemia, but I do have cancer. It's mimicking my RA. So it's like hiding. If that makes sense. Some of you might not, but cancer can hide. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start Actemra, which is the RA medicine, but if you all don't know, most of RA medicines are a form of chemo. So like Actemra, Remicade, Orencia, all of those are a form of chemo. So, what he's going to do is just add a little bit more chemo to the Actemra. And I'm going to start that this coming Thursday. So, I will let you all know how that is after I start that. And we shall see. Now, he said I probably have had cancer for a while, maybe even a year to 6 months. He's not quite sure the name of it because it's hiding, because it's mimicking my RA so close. He said that some of my symptoms of RA are possibly the symptoms of my cancer. So, like my pudgy face, for instance, like the inflammation, stuff like that could be from my cancer. Not my RA. Like my hair falling out. You see how my hair's falling out? And that kind of thing could be my cancer, not my RA. So that simple things like that could be the cancer, not the RA after all. So that's what we're going to do from now on. So I start that on Thursday. They took more blood from my port and everything. And then I got an injection in my hip, cortisone injection, today to see if that will help my hip pain. Because my hip is bone on bone. And so, yeah. If that doesn't help, then we're going to see what avenue I can take in 6 weeks. I go back and we shall see what avenue I can take from there. But I don't know. Right now it's kind of tender, but like I have a funny story to tell about. Like all these doctors want me to be their model patients. I don't know. They want me to be their model patients. Like, the guy with the injection, Dr. Luong, he was like, okay, Heather, I'm going to press around and see where it's tender. And I'm like, okay. And so he pressed. I'm like, oh, right there. Yep, that's tender. Yep. And he's like, okay, I'm going to clean it off. I'm like, okay. And then he did a little ultrasound thing, and he says, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of black right there. That means it's inflammation. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to use the numbing stuff. I'm like, okay. So he numbed it. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to stick the needle in. I'm like, okay. And he stuck the needle in. Yes, it did hurt. Don't get me wrong. It hurt. But I didn't move. And he was like, Heather, you didn't move. I was like, was I supposed to move? And he's like, no. But you didn't flinch or nothing. I said, okay. well, I didn't want to move because if I move, it's not going to go in the spot it's supposed to. So he's like, can you come back and be a model patient? I'm like, no. He's like, but I want every patient to be like you, not move or nothing. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, and not every patient can be like me. I've been stuck so many times that it's like just a normal thing for me. And then like the other day when I went to go to the hematologist or the oncologist, they're both the same guy, they had to access my port to draw blood. And the nurse came in and she was like, all right, Heather, I'm going to poke. Do you need numbing spray? I'm like, no, I don't need numbing spray. Just put the needle in. It doesn't hurt that bad. And she put the needle in and she's like, Heather, you didn't move. I'm like, I don't move. She goes, most patients are like, yeet, or, you know, when we go to access their port. I'm like, why? It feels like a bee sting. I understand the needle's like this big and it looks scary and it's going in your chest and oh my God, there's a needle going in your chest. But it feels like a bee sting. And then it's over with. And yes, there's some big blotchy needle sticking out of your chest while you have while you have your port access. But like, I've gone 4 or 5 days with like an access port before, walking around doing everyday tasks. So, like, it's not as bad as what everybody thinks it is. I'd rather have my port. I'm so grateful for my port because if I didn't have my port, like especially now, I would have to wait a whole entire month before I could start Actemra and my chemo. So, like, if I didn't have all that, if I didn't have my port, then this would be all screwy. So, yes, I'm so grateful. And, because I have no veins. Well, you have to imagine, I've had this disease for, as they officially call it, I've had it for 25 years now. So, I've been poked for 25 years in my little veins. Now, I got my port in 2009. Now, I'm still getting poked in my veins because some people can't access your port. They got, some people are scared to access your port. Some people don't want to access your port. So, certain people have to be certified to access your port, which I'm internally grateful for. And some people who are certified to access your port don't even know how to do it. They're shaking and stuff. And I don't trust them. So I make them go get somebody else. If they're already shaking and when they're trying to come up to my chest, nope. Sorry, you're not touching me. Go get somebody else. If you're shaking, trying to get my port accessed, don't even come to me. No, you are not touching me. Because you're not going to go in the right spot in my port. No. And then when they de-access me, I've had nurses not want to flush me out with heparin. And I've had to tell them, hello, heparin, saline, then we take it out. We don't just take it out. I hate when nurses or the doctors don't do what their job entails. You have to be your own advocate. Like, you really do. You have to be your own advocate because some of these doctors and nurses, they could give 2 hoots. They could give 2 hoots. Some of them are really, really sweet. They care about the patients and they care about your health. Some of them, could give two hoots. So, but that is my update. I will let you all know about anything else. Oh, also, I'm going to see the podiatrist. Hopefully, they're coming back soon. Because my left foot, the one I can't feel really, since I had the stroke, is still broken. It's been broken for a year now. I went to a orthopedic doctor a year ago, and he told me to buy these shoes, like these tennis shoes that were high up, and wear them for 6 months, and it would take away the broken, like my foot being broken. Well, the RA doctor sent me for x-rays on my feet. Turned out my foot's still broken. So she sent me to a different podiatrist. Plus, I have nodules on the bottom of my feet. She said they're so deep that they need to be taken. They need to be removed. Because that's why I'm walking the way I'm walking. So, I'm waiting for a call back from that office. And, I go see the neurologist this Thursday. Yeah, it's coming Thursday. To see Wednesday, sorry. This coming Wednesday. To see how my EEG went and see what he has to say. Thursday I go for the Actemra. Friday I go for primary care visit. And then the following week I have pain management. And then we go into the next month. And we start a whole new doctor's appointments. So, I will give you all more of an update when I know more. But I hope you all are still fighting, and keeping a smile on your faces. And making someone else smile daily. Alright, I love you all, and keep fighting. Alright, see you all later. Love you all. Bye.